What's good, Grind Schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today what we got going down is we are going to finish up the dashboard. I got the rondo all the way on the dashboard, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand it down, smooth it out a little bit better than what it is now. And then we're gonna go ahead and body fill the imperfections. And then I'll run to the paint store tomorrow, go grab some primer, see if they can mix up this charcoal gray for a reasonable price. And then after that, man, we'll just finish everything on out, sand it down, make sure everything is good. Do the guide coat. I think I still got some guide coat. If not, I'll just use some, you know what I'm saying, some regular spray paint or whatever, some black spray paint. No harm, no foul. But I'm trying to get this dashboard done before the end of the weekend because I want to go ahead and put the stereo in the Monte Carlo, have all that stuff done. And then also too, I want to try to see if I can go get that engine hoist from Dash's house, from Dash's garage, because I'm about to start working on this motor here. So I got a bunch of parts going out to powder coating. So once the parts get here, they'll go out to powder coating, they'll get done. And that includes some engine parts too. So we got a lot going on. I told you guys that there was a lot of activity going on with this Monte Carlo. Obviously you guys will have to stay tuned once all that stuff goes down, but I'm really trying to get everything together so that I could get back to the Elko. But anyways, man, I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm not gonna stall y'all out. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time I drop another video. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, y'all, this mission might be dead before it even starts. Reason being is because some of this is not really all the way dried up yet. I don't want to get it all like it's kind of, some parts feel like a little sticky. But you could tell this side was thicker than this side because you can see through to the fiberglass. But what we have to get sanded out is stuff like this, all these little imperfections here. We want to make sure it's like nice and smooth, like around here, down here. When I get down here, the body filler will fill in some of these low areas and stuff like that. As for this part here, what I'm gonna do is, dang, that's really rigid now. I went ahead and took my Dremel and I cut along the bottom a little bit. I might cut out this area here a little bit so that it's straight. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna backfill with fiberglass filler up in this area just to make it, you know what I'm saying, nice and whatever. And thinking about it, I might actually not have this done over the weekend because I want to take my time with it. As you can see, like, it's a lot thicker over here, so I got to sand down through here a lot more than over here. Like I said, this is still kind of a little bit wet, so I probably didn't put too much hardener in it. It was a little bit runny, but you know what I'm saying, we're getting there. So like I said, I probably won't be able to do too much today. And then I gotta fill this back in. I'll just use the body filler on this side. I didn't get the rondo there, but it is what it is, man. I'm trying not to rush it. However, you know what I'm saying, like I said, this is a process, y'all. This is a process. So I'm trying to do the best that I can to make sure everything is nice and smooth and goes smooth so that I have the least amount of work possible on the back end. And so the reason why this is all thick and looks like this is because yesterday I mixed up some more rondo, but the brush that I had already hardened up, and it wasn't brushing on. It just was like I was just pouring it on there and just smearing it across the thing, and that's how that's how it came out. So but once you see this, you'll see, like, okay, cool, like, you'll see where I'm going with it. It's gonna be nice and smooth. It looks ugly now, but we got to fix all that. So let me go ahead and hook up the sander, and I'm gonna sand some of this stuff down on this side. This side is still a little bit too tacky for me to mess with, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. And I need to order the speakers so that I can figure out what needs to be done in this area before I finalize everything. And yeah, man, so let me go ahead get the sander and sand down some of this stuff and make it a little bit more smooth. All right, y'all. So we pretty much got it sanded down with the sander, pretty much almost as much as I can get it. The rest of it we'll probably have to do by hand, but I think it's starting to turn out pretty good, man. Starting to get some of the jagged edges off. I had to go down a little bit low right here, so we're gonna have to shape that, cover it up, make it look nice. But yeah, pretty much I just wanted to get it so that it's smooth and so that the putty knife or whatever can glide over it. So I'll get all of this up in here by hand. Some of this I might, you know what I'm saying, like sand out a little bit with the sander, so I might still get up in here a little bit, but I don't want to get too close to the edge because I don't want that sander to get caught and snag on the edges. So, you know what I'm saying, that's why I'm kind of trying to be a little bit cautious there, but for the most part, man, it's starting to shape up pretty nice. I had to sand forever right here because it was so thick, but yeah, we're getting there, man. It's starting to take shape everywhere. And like, once again, where I'm missing, I'll go ahead and do it by hand, and then we'll go ahead and start doing the putty knife, or what's it called, the squeegee thing, when we do it by hand and sand it down and all that kind of stuff. So, and I also didn't go all the way up in here. I'll get this by hand too, because I didn't want the sander to get caught up in here and then start snagging and stuff. So we'll shape all that by hand. Whatever I need to cut out, I'll cut out. But yeah, man, you're getting there. Yeah, so now we're getting it by hand. I'm just trying to knock it down as much as I can so there's like no ridges. I could fill it in with body filler, but I'm trying to be as true and exact to the dashboard as possible, you know what I'm saying? So we're trying to make sure that this is nice and curved, especially since that plastic piece has to go down up in there. And then down here, I pretty much knocked it down with the DA or whatever, but I'm gonna go over obviously by hand, try to knock down some of these low or these high spots, try to get a little bit lower. But for the most part, man, we getting it, yo. It's looking really, really good. Around here, I couldn't really get the edge with the DA because it left like little points and stuff. So hand sanding is definitely really good for the edges because you're not burning through the body filler and getting all the way down to the fiberglass or whatever. But yeah, like I said, man, we're just gonna keep hand sanding all the way around till I feel comfortable enough that we can start laying the body filler out the way it needs to be laid out. And I got a mess going, man. Look at my Elco, yo. We're not using the DA no more, so we should be good to go. I think from here on out, I'm gonna just use my hand because when I do the other body filler, I'm gonna just sand it down by hand. Then we got a guide coat, primer, guide coat, and then paint, and we're done, man. It's taking a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying, just because, like I said, I want perfection, but you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep hand sanding and getting all these little low spots or high spots knocked out, as many as I possibly can, and then we'll start working on getting the body filler on here. All right, y'all, I think we got it sanded down pretty decently. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start applying like the body filler with the damn, I forget what this thing is called, and I'm sorry so much noise. I got the air compressor going. These little squeegee things. But anyways, we're just gonna apply it, boom, 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 all across the dashboard, and we're gonna go ahead and let it dry. And then after that, we'll go ahead and sand down any other imperfections that we got. We'll start cutting all this stuff out, cutting this out and stuff like that after we get all that done. And then here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do fiberglass filler instead of body filler, because this fiberglass filler is gonna be a lot stronger. So I gotta cut out this little lip right here. I'm gonna cut it off right there so it doesn't look all ugly. And anywhere that I deem like not appropriate, we're gonna go ahead and cut it, and then we'll put the fiberglass filler in here, And then we'll do this area with the body filler. So let me go ahead and get to work laying down this body filler or this Bondo. And yeah, man, we just gonna keep working. All right, y'all, we're on to our second coat of body filler. You kind of want this stuff to be on as thin as possible, because if you do like this, for instance, it's gonna be a nightmare to sand down. I won't necessarily say a nightmare, it just takes a lot more work to sand. I'm probably gonna try to stay away from the edges because I already smoothed them out. There's really nothing that I could really like do to make it better than what it already is, except fill these holes in. But on the sides, I got the sides nice and flat, got this side nice and flat, and I'm trying to keep my curves nice and flat too. So I'm gonna mix up some more body filler and continue on going down the line. All right, y'all, I decided to pop out here early morning. It's about 6 in the morning. I did get most of the Bondo onto the dashboard last night, or before it kind of started to rain a little bit. And you see how rough it is? You see how rough it is? Watch how we turn this, what we turn this into. We're about to smooth all that out, and then we'll start making our cuts and trimming everything back. And then we'll go through one last coat of Bondo in certain areas and start rolling everything in. I might cut this piece out, this whole entire center section out, just because it really doesn't need to be here. And also too, it's kind of in the way. So I might cut this whole piece out and just, you know, toss that idea of having this fiberglass and then just sand the back piece down and just spray it all together, which is actually what I'm gonna do. Just because I don't want no obstruction up under here when I put that panel back in here. So anyways, man, let me go ahead and get sanding on this dashboard, making it all nice and smooth. It's gonna be a lot of work, and it's gonna be pretty time consuming to do, just because it needs to be perfect. I got my heater going, so it feels pretty good in here. And yeah, let me go ahead and get to work. All right, y'all, quick update. I wanted to show y'all this before I continue, just because it's easier to see the contrast from right here to right there, how smooth it is, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't dusted it off, or, you know what I'm saying, got the air hose to get all this dust out. So it looks a little dusty, but you can kind of tell the contrast, how rigid it is here, how many ribs, and how smooth it is here. So, and then I left this little pocket here. So much of this will have to be cut out, but like I said, I don't have the speakers yet, so I don't want to go getting the cutting and enlarge the hole wider than what I need. And then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have to backfill it. I rather mark what I need, cut it out, and we'll be done with it. So I just wanted to show y'all the contrast, man, and all the work that is going into this dashboard is pretty remarkable, man. I haven't even completed this whole side, and I've gotten to about right here where you see all the ribs in the middle. This is where it was thicker. I probably have been on this, just this section, the top here, right here, for about an hour. I didn't even get all the way down here. I got right here, and then I kind of called it quits. So for taking a break, I guess you should say. But when I get over there on that side though, it's a little bit thinner, or I laid it a little bit thinner, and also there's not as much, obviously, of a dashboard on that side. So it should start to pick up. I started on the hardest part. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna sand everything down. By the way, I am using 120 grit. I don't know if you can see through the paper, but it's 120 grit in there. I'm using a combination of a block and hand sanding. On my flat areas, I'm using a block. In these crevices around these corners, you can kind of see like how smooth it is. And also around the corner right here, I'm using my hand so that I don't get any like sharp points. I want it to be nice and smooth, nice and round. Also in like the crevices around here, I'm using it by hand, all up in here by hand. So, you know what I'm saying? It's quite a long process, and then we still got to go over it again because we're going to have to guide coat and backfill any areas like this area right here. Will definitely need to be filled. This area is a low area, will definitely need to be filled. The body filler got kind of choppy right there, so but you can see that I'm starting to hit fiberglass on this side and this side, and I'm still not touching this area, so you can tell that that's a low spot. But yeah, man, I'm gonna keep grinding and keep smoothing it out. Like I said, you could tell the difference between like that, how rough it is. You start coming back this way, you start seeing how smooth it is. That's pretty much what you want. You want it to be nice and smooth. And I know why I didn't finish the Elco's dashboard now is because this is a lot of work, y'all. Like, I'm gonna kid you not. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of sanding, but it's rewarding at the end of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and keep on sanding. And then after I'm done getting everything together, I'll go ahead and turn the camera on and show y'all the end result. I might be able to fit the speaker grills today too, or not the speaker grills, the vent grills today. At least that's my goal. I gotta cut all this out down here, make it look nice and pretty. It looks kind of trashy for now, but we're gonna make it look real nice and pretty though. But yeah, anyways, also too, when you're doing this, like I said before, you want to lay this as flat as possible with the least amount of imperfections as possible, because you see here, it got real thick and it's really difficult sanding that all the way down so that it's flat. It's just extra little bit of work that you got to sand through, but it's all good, man. We gonna get there. We're almost there. I'm probably going to open the garage up and pull this out of the garage now that the sun has come up and it's starting to get a little bit more warm. And then after I'm done sanding, we'll go do our last walkthrough with the putty. Fill any holes, fill any corners that are still gonna need some attention. Like this one's gonna need some attention. That one's gonna need some attention. Under here, I'm gonna lay fiberglass filler to complete this part just to make it stronger, because the glove box will be closing and shutting around here. Also around here, we're gonna cut what we need to cut out here and add fiberglass filler, make it nice and straight so it's not all lumpy like that. And then everywhere else, we're going to cut out and then mold everything back in. And then that will be our last pass. It'll be ready for primer. So let me keep working. It's probably gonna take me a couple hours to get it all the way smooth like I want it. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'll just, that'll be the biggest and most challenging part of this whole thing. Will just be getting it all sanded down to where it needs to be. And then, you know, from there on out, it'll be a piece of cake. All right, y'all. So we are making some good progress. I cut out that middle piece, and this fits down in there just perfect. So pretty much what we gotta do is we gotta blend the edges, because I just used the Dremel and cut out that whole center section. And yeah, so like I said, man, we just gotta blend. You see how it's a little tighter there than it is here, so we gotta add some material so that it's nice and flat and smooth. And this sits down in there perfectly, man. This thing is starting to take shape. I'm gonna blend it kind of how I did this top edge here. You know what I'm saying? In my last video, you guys could see that the fiberglass was kind of overhanging a little bit, but then we tied it all in and made it nice and tucked it up in there. We still got to sand a little bit down, but once we're done, you know what I'm saying, like all this will be painted and, you know, look real nice, and it'll be flat so you won't be able to see it. You're not going to see it anyway because that bezel goes in there, but I'm trying to perfect everything, you know what I'm saying? So I also cut out the areas for the glove box. I still got some to cut out here. Like I said, I'm gonna open up that fiberglass filler, and I'm gonna do these edges here with the fiberglass filler, and also down here, because that is a component that is gonna be need to be a little bit more durable. It shouldn't obviously come in contact with anything, but I don't want, you know, to go slam the glove box and it start to crack the Bondo because, you know, it got slammed too much or something, or it might have flexed. Just an extra precaution, I did crack the dash right here, so I'm gonna have to take this piece off or just fiberglass over it, or not fiberglass, Bondo over it real quick, make it nice. And I have been working on the sides here, making it nice and smooth. We'll also tie this into, well, I guess we got to do a little more cutting and trimming because it's kind of far back there, but we're going to blend that into the dashboard so this looks like one uniform piece, just like it came from factory, y'all. So I also did cut out this side. I didn't put enough Bondo on this side yet. This is just the rondo, you know what I'm saying, just the brush on filler. I still got to go back with the putty knife. I ran out of time yesterday. Like I said, it was raining, so I kind of had to stop, but we're going to go ahead and get some more of the Bondo on this side so we could get it dry, let it do its thing or whatever, so we can continue on sanding. We're almost done with the middle piece. The top piece is not, it's almost done too. I took the DA and started sanding through some of this stuff just because it was taking forever by hand and it was kind of thick, so I just started to lay it down with the DA. So it sped up some of the time a little bit, but this is probably going to take a little bit more working and finessing with my hand, and then after I'm done with all that, I could fill in all the low spots, get all the edges so that it's one uniform piece, and then this thing will be ready for primer, y'all. So I'm gonna keep working, keep doing my thing on this, and then eventually I'll get to the point where I cut this out because I want the edges to wrap around just like everything else, wrap around nice and solid, and you know what I'm saying, it'll be nice. I still got some trimming to do down here, but yeah, like I said, I'm taking my time. You can see it's starting to smooth out a little bit. You see the vision, you see what it's looking like. We just got to fix all the imperfections, keep on sanding it down so that it's perfect, and then once I go to paint it, you won't see any imperfections. The dashboard will be up in the car looking real nice. And even though this is a lot of work, I'm happy that I'm going through this process instead of, you know what I'm saying, like cheaping out and, you know what I'm saying, doing something a little bit different. Or, you know what I'm saying, going the more expensive side and getting a $400 or $500 dashboard, you know what I'm saying? This will do just fine. It'll look nice and custom. I was concerned about losing like the little details on the sides that the original dashboard has, but you know, you're not even gonna be able to tell the difference. And this is gonna look so fly up in the car once I'm done, you know what I'm saying, with the mesh at the top. And then changing the color, no more cracks on the dash, not looking all goofy no more. It'll be more durable and it's gonna look real nice and slick once I'm done with it. So I'm gonna keep on sanding. I don't know how much longer I could be out here sanding though, because I've been out here for quite some time just trying to get it all perfect. And you know, I'm running out of gas, y'all. So let me keep sanding some more, and then once I get to the next point of interest, I guess I'll turn the camera back on and I'll show y'all where I'm at. All right, y'all, moving right along with the progress. We went ahead and dremeled out the center section so that this piece can go over the top there. Like I said, with the Elko, I fiberglass all the way inside because there was no bezel piece, but this one, you know what I'm saying, I had to make sure that it fit pretty much excuse me, pretty much exactly, y'all. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to body fill the edges so that it becomes like one uniform piece, and then this will slide right on over there. We'll tighten up everything, make it look all nice and pretty, and we'll be done with this part. And then, like I said, we got a couple more edges to, you know what I'm saying, knock out and, you know, get them blended in and everything. But once I do that, we should be good to go, man. We'll continue to fill in all the imperfections, and after that, man, we pretty much ready for primer. You see I cut out all these edges. I still got this one to cut out, so I'll get to that after I put the body filler on here. And then we just got to blend in all the rest of everything else, and then we'll prime it, we'll guide coat it, and then we'll get ready for paint, man. I mean, you know, nothing to it but to do it. Just trying to get everything together. I'm gonna cut this fabric out too, and I'm gonna tuck the fiberglass filler in the back here, and that's how that's gonna live. So I'm gonna cut this out. I cut this area out down here. Probably cut that out a little bit. Probably cut this out a little bit, and then cut this side up, trim this side up, and we'll be good, y'all. All right, y'all, so I've been out here, or I just got out here. I turned on the heater, everything, just to kind of get the temperature up. It's about 57 degrees right now. I want it to be up until about 65 or whatever. But I came out here so that I could start sanding down on this dashboard some more. I don't remember where I left off at, but I've done quite a bit of work. I came out here super early though. It's about 4:30 in the morning. What my boy Warren Gbody say, wrenching while you sleeping. That's exactly what we got going down. Shout out to Warren Gbody, but nah, I'm out here so early because I got so much that still needs to be done. And I really want to make these deadlines that I have coming up. And if not, then it's gonna be real, it's gonna hurt, you know what I'm saying? Just because I've been grinding so hard just to get, you know, things ready for, you know, these shows and, you know, crews and everything like that. And since the introduction of all this QA1 stuff, you know, I gotta, you know, I gotta thug it out. You can see the Elko is facing forward now because we're gonna start working on the back there. We gotta do the full suspension on there. And so that's the reason why I'm out here so early trying to get this done, because if not, this becomes second priority really quickly. The reason why is because, you know, the car doesn't need a dashboard to drive, but it needs suspension to drive. So I'm out here trying to get it done. You know, I'm not trying to cut no corners. I'm not trying to skip no steps, nothing like that, because I want it to be flawless. So that's why it's taking me so long. And I kind of underestimated exactly how long it was going to take. But man, this rinse and repeat process of, you know, like going over all the little divots, like you see here, like I've gone over this twice and there's still like low spots, and you could tell because we're starting to get down to fiberglass in areas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to go back over this again with some more fiberglass filler. I thought I was good and I thought I was done, but nope. I had to go back over under here because there's a little dip right here. I still gotta finish this. I still gotta finish all of this. I think I cut out too much, so I gotta backfill here and start fitting the glove box. For some reason, it's not fitting. I think it's like down here in this area, but like this is the original like glove box, and it's still not fitting in this little corner area like it should. So I don't know, you know, what I'm gonna have to do there, but I gotta make sure that the glove box fits nice and tight. I went over this again, so I'm gonna have to go over again with some more body filler, because you can see there's low spots everywhere. And we haven't even got into primer and guide coat process, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, and then you could kind of see like what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to integrate the old dash with the new dash, make everything nice and smooth, like it's one piece, because once you paint this, you'll never know that this is not one piece. And I'm trying to do that with every edge, every corner. Well, this one still needs to be worked on, but you can see up here, you know, it still needs to be sanded, but it's like one piece, and that plate fits right down in there. That plate fits right over here. I haven't test fit that or the little vent plate that goes underneath the steering column. Right here, you could tell there's like a little extra right here. It was more, but I've been sanding that down. But all these little nuances have to be taken care of. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just a lot. It's a lot that has to be done. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, I really don't want this to take a back seat, because I want to get it done. I want to get it done and out the way, get the Elko's dashboard on here so we can get that one done and out the way. And then we can go ahead and well, I won't do the CARLO'S dashboard until I do the suspension, but I still need it to be done before the 27th of this month. So get the CARLO'S dashboard in and out the way, and then we can go and get the engine hoist and start working on this LS. So it's a lot of work to do, man. That's why I'm out here so early, but yeah, boy, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done because, I ain't cutting this far to lose, you know what I'm saying, take no L's. So I'm gonna keep on sanding down on that area, because that area I didn't, I went over with the Rondo and the body filler. So now I need to sand all that down, make it smooth, see where all my imperfections are gonna be, and then go back over it again a third time with the body filler. Like, there's just so many little tiny nuances. Like right here, I've been sanding down in here. This area was like a little divot. And then I don't know if you guys could notice on parts of the video when I was recording previously, but I sanded this area down. It was a little bit more flat than these areas, so I had to add some more body filler to make it match everything else. Like I said, man, I'm aiming for perfection. I don't know if you guys could tell how much smoother it looks on camera, but it's definitely a lot more smooth. But as we get further in the stages, like paint or primer and stuff like that, then you'll see. Also, I gotta cut out the holes for the speakers. I got the tweeters on their way. They should be here tomorrow, and then we'll start cutting those out, getting that all fitted, putting the speaker mesh in there, putting the mesh in the vents there. I still got to sand down in there, and then yeah. But you can see why I'm out here so early, is because I'm trying to get this thing done. All right, y'all, so we trying to finish up this dashboard. I was trying to take this speaker grill stuff and push it through here, but I figured it wouldn't look right because of how thin this is. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this down some. So I'm gonna cut probably a square like out of here. I'm probably gonna cut along here and along here, along the backside, down to these markers right here, so that I can recess some of this board. And I did it at 1/2 inch because the board is 1/2 inch. And so I'm gonna recess the board down into there, so that I have a little bit more to work with, and we'll just cut out a piece to fit down in here. Also, we're gonna start cutting this out, and we're gonna put a backing piece back here, and then we're gonna recess the speaker grill inside of here. And I think it'll turn out pretty dope once I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Dremel, and I'm gonna cut along here down to about this part here. Like I said, I'll probably what I'll do is I'll cut here maybe first, and then I'll cut straight down into here and take all this little piece section out, just so that, like I said, I can have a little bit more to work with, and we can recess that block of wood down in there, and then we could make it look real nice. So let me go ahead and start. Well, I'm gonna take a straight edge, and I'm gonna draw a line, and then I'm gonna start cutting with my Dremel. All right, y'all, so we pretty much got a piece of cardboard. I might have to trim a little bit more. Pretty much got this cut out for this insert here. And like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a piece of wood, and I'm gonna recess it down in there, just like this is down in there. And then we're going to go ahead and cut out like a center section, boom. And then we're gonna go ahead and press the speaker grill in through that center section, just so that it gives it a nice clean look. I also got this side cut out. I gotta cut out a little more. The existing speaker bracket or whatever, it was broken right here, so I had to do it anyway. But the reason why I gotta cut it out more is because I'm going with a little bit bigger of speakers in here, instead of the little tiny ones. So I gotta make sure that we can recess this down lower, so that when I do put the cover over it with the speaker grill and all that kind of stuff, that it doesn't like protrude higher than the dashboard. So we got to like recess it down lower so that it fits perfectly up in there. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut all of this out, trim all this up real nice and fresh. And then after I'm done trimming that out, I'll take, I think, my template here. What size is it? So I made my template here, and pretty much we gotta cut out a little bit extra. Wait, hold on. That's not how it goes. It goes like this. So pretty much we would have to cut out a little bit extra just to make it work a little bit better. But yeah, I'm gonna cut out down here, all this right here, and then we'll make a backing plate where the speaker is gonna hold in at, and we'll fiberglass all that stuff in together. And then after that, we'll put another piece on and attach it to some magnets that are going to house the speaker grill. Now, I'm kind of debating whether I want this to protrude a little bit above the dashboard, just a little tad, or do I want it to just be flush. I guess when I cross that bridge and I get there, we'll see what happens or whatever. Now, I might have to recess this down even a little bit lower, but you know, I guess like I said, when I cross that bridge, I'll know a little bit more what's gonna happen, what's going on. But for now, dang, this is like stuck. For now, we're just gonna leave it how it is. And then whatever else we gotta cut out, we'll just cut out, and we'll keep trimming up and making it look real nice until we're done, man. And then we'll go ahead and re-fiberglass, or not fiberglass, but body fill. And then we'll go ahead and finish this on out, man. This dashboard, like I said, is taking forever, but at the end of the day, man, I want this thing to be perfect, and I want it to be up in this Monte Carlo looking real fresh. And then so the next time I do a dashboard, you know, I'll learn again from my mistakes on this one. I had a few mistakes on this one, not as many as the Elko, but now I kind of know like what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And I just got to keep on working with it until it's perfect. Like, I don't want no imperfections, so that when I'm done, you know what I'm saying, it looks just stunning. So anyways, I'm gonna keep working on this, man. I'm gonna try to get this all right and tight. You could do this a totally different way, but this is how I'm doing it, and you know, it just is what it is. So like I said, I'm gonna just keep working until it's done, and then once it's done, it's gonna look great, y'all. So stay tuned, man. We're getting closer to the finish line. I'm not gonna say we're almost done, because you know what I'm saying, like, this is taking forever, but you know what I'm saying, once it's done, it's done, and then we can move on to the next thing. All right, y'all, quick update on the dashboard. I don't really know where I left off because it's been such a long time since I've worked on the dashboard, because I got to the suspension, but I got the vents cut out. I'll probably cut out the bottom here once I get everything situated. But shout out to Sprayway, man, for giving the game on how to do this. I'm not as intricate, so it won't be as, you know, dope, or as, you know what I'm saying, like attention to detail or whatever you want to call it. But pretty much how you do this is, and I don't know if this is going to work because this wood is so thin. So pretty much how you do the speaker grill, or the vent grill, speaker grill, whatever, because I got to do the speakers too, but the vent grill is, you cut out the center, you put the grill in the middle, and then you press this down so that you can press the grill through, so that it like has like a bevel effect, or not recess, but wherever it comes up through the grill, so it's not just laying flat. So like, say for instance, if I don't push it through there, it's gonna look like that on the bottom after this is all covered up. So the grill will be down up in there, but I want it to protrude a little bit above this line right here. So I'm gonna push it through, and then I'm gonna gently tap it with like a hammer or something like that, and I'm gonna push it through. And anybody wondering about why I do work on the hood of the car, I mean, the hood is trash, so it's getting replaced. So I'm not really too concerned about it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I'm using it as the table, because, you know, I'm limited with space. So that's why I'm using this as a table, because the hood is going to get replaced. I'll probably sell it or whatever. But anyways, man, let me go ahead and push this through, see how that's going to work with how thin this wood is. And then after that, we'll test fit it inside of there. And then we'll just go from there. All right, so my idea to hammer it through didn't really work as planned, because like I had suspected, this is too thin, and it broke. So it broke right here, broke right there, and obviously right there. So pretty much what I think I'm gonna do is I'll shape it by hand, and then I'll body fill all of this in. So I'm not really too concerned that this is broke, because I could just glue it back together, body fill everything back in. It'll be nice and strong. And then once I have my mold or whatever completed, like I fill all of this in, I get all this filled in. Once I have that completed, I could go ahead and shape this and push it in how it needs to be pushed in. So yeah, let me go ahead and I think I'll push it in from the top too, so I don't have to cut all of this out. Just make it a little bit skinnier. And then like from the back side, just kind of shape it once everything is all hard and rigid and I don't have any issues. We'll probably do it like that, because this stuff is real easy to manipulate. It's not like the other speaker mesh that's like a little bit thicker and a little bit bigger or whatever. It's really thin, so it's easy to like move around and stuff like that. So I'll just do it by hand, and then we'll see how that turns out. So I guess what I'll do is, like I said, I'll just go ahead and body fill this little edge in, and then I'll start putting the speaker grill in there. And then, you know, if I ever have to take it out for whatever reason, I could just pull it out from the top side. But I doubt I'll ever have to touch this. Like once this is in here, it's in here. It's not like the speakers. Like if I blow a speaker, I have to be able to remove it and stuff like that. This is totally different. So I'm gonna use a thicker material for the grill for the speaker though. So I should be able to hammer through and make it look all nice and pretty. So anyways, man, let me go ahead and insert the other one inside of here, and then we'll go ahead and body fill everything, shape it up, make it look real nice, and then we'll go ahead and start pushing these in. Well, we'll push them in just so that we could, you know what, matter of fact, I digress. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get the mold for the other speaker kind of shaped like it needs to be shaped and like mocked up, and then I'll have to take it out. I won't insert it in here while it's on the dashboard, because I still have to primer and do some other things. So, but I just want to get this piece made up so that, you know what I mean, I can complete the top side and it looks all nice and pretty, and it's not just a gaping hole right there. So I still got to cut out this piece for the speaker, and so I'll go ahead and do that and just keep it moving, man. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the other one made up, bent up a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and start fiberglassing this stuff in, and then I'll cut this out. This one over here is already cut out. I need to figure out the back part of it because there's gonna be, the speaker has to be recessed inside of here so that I can make a plate for the outside for the speaker grill to go inside, so that I can detach that just in case I have to ever replace the speakers or anything like that. But let me go ahead and backfill all of this in with the body filler, and then after I'm done with that, we'll go ahead and, you know, move on to the next phase of this. All right, y'all, so quick update. I got these, those little brackets molded in. I just gotta smooth it out and make it all nice and pretty. I got the backing plate, so the speaker will be inside of here. And then same thing over here. And then the upper part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out a piece that goes in here where the speaker mesh will go into. And then we'll put some magnets that will sit down in there. Yeah, real nice, real clean, man. We'll clean up all these edges, make everything all nice and pretty so that, you know, it doesn't look nasty. And then we gotta cut some excess off, and then we gotta make a, I'm kind of glad that this is so big because I could just screw this to the back and it'll hold in there just like that, man. And, you know, we'll be good to go. So we're making some pretty good progress, man, getting all these speaker holes and vents and everything taken care of so that we can, yeah, man, get one step closer to finishing this dashboard. All right, y'all, that worked like a charm, you know what I'm saying? So just take the little cutout piece, hammer it through, and you can make the grill protrude through the housing. And so now I had to bend it in to make it go through. I was trying to be careful too because I don't want none of these edges to split. But yeah, man, so now we got a nice speaker grill pushed through and we can continue on. All right, y'all, progress. So this will probably be the last time that you guys actually see this like this. Got the speaker grills in, molded up or whatever. So now the exterior or the trim or whatever it is ready to get painted. Pretty much how we're gonna do this is there's a backing plate where, let me pull all this out. So the speaker grill obviously will be screwed down so it doesn't do that. But there's a backing plate right here that I'm going to, I'm debating whether I should screw it, glue it, or mold it. I'll probably just mold it, just because that's what I have. I don't really have any glue, and I don't really want to use screws because this is real soft material. It can just rip right out. So this is the backing plate where the speaker will go into. So the speaker will be, there'll be a hole here, and the speaker will slide down in there and attach to that way. And then we're gonna use magnets to drill in wherever we need to drill in, on this side and on the back side it is. And then so when I go to put the speaker grill in, it'll just slide right in there. It'll be held by a magnet. If I ever need to change the speaker, I can just pull the speaker grill right out and it'll be good to go. But we still got to trim some of this out, some more of this out, and then we'll take some body filler, go ahead and fill all, or backfill everything, make it all nice and smooth. And then after it's nice and smooth, we got to make sure that the speaker grill fits in there flush. And what else? Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing over here. You see this space right here, we got to backfill that in. We got some more trimming to do though, because it can't be super tight like that. I don't want it super tight. I want it to be able to just be able to grab it if I need to, pull it out just in case I got to change the speaker out. But yeah, man, we're making some really good progress on this. I'm just really taking my time, making sure everything is copacetic so that when this goes into the car, you can't tell that, you know what I'm saying, it's anything's been done to it. I mean, obviously you will be able to, because the original dash had, like, you know, lines on the sides and on the top and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, like, this is full custom. So like I said, I'm taking my time, making sure everything's all smooth so you don't see no imperfections. I don't want no imperfections. And if it just takes me longer to do it, then, you know, it is what it is. But I just want to make sure that it's 100% right and we get it, you know, good the first time.